He says, got my LLC established. Awesome. Over 100,000 XRP. I hope your name really isn't Rick Johnson if you're telling people how much XRP you have. Of course, I'm sure there's 1,000 Rick Johnsons, so it's actually a good scapegoat. He says, want to onboard, but have many questions. Can you tell me the best way to speak to someone who is knowledgeable without getting charged for a conversation? Want to talk, not emails. We have a phone number. So this is probably the second time I've ever mentioned this, but if you want to go to the Digital Wealth Partners website, there is a phone number at the bottom that you can call during business hours, and one of our staff will pick up the phone, and they're happy to answer any of the questions that you have. And then, if you want to onboard at that point after they've answered your questions, or if they can't answer them, they'll pass you to somebody who can. I'm pretty confident that they should be able to answer all the preliminary questions that you would have. But they have all those resources at their disposal, and they should be able to help you out. So that would be my suggestion. Just call the number at the bottom of the website. This is feedback that we've gotten from a lot of people. Up until this point, we didn't really have the staff to be able to handle the inbound on the phone calls. But here in the last week, we've launched that. So continue to listen to the clients and make sure that they have the avenues to communicate with us as they would prefer. And that is something that we've released here recently. So look forward to talking to you. Hopefully our team can answer the questions. And if they can't, you know where to find me. Nick, my man, he says, Jake, hi, last year on your live, you said about $25 XRP soon after ETFs go live. Why hasn't it? And have you seen Curve ETF potential? Thanks. So, circling back to that conversation, that was a conversation that I had with Paul Barron. And we were speculating on what we would see for price appreciation if it was just the ETFs. That was his language to me. He kind of, I don't want to say backed me in a corner, but asked me specifically, without the reverse carry trade and all these other catalysts, what I thought the price could get to just off of ETF volume alone. And that did include the BlackRock ETF, by the way. I did stipulate that on the podcast, which we still have not seen and is on my bingo card. So really the reason that we haven't seen the appreciation on XRP like many of us had hoped for through the ETF volume, one, the volume has dwindled over the past week or two. We finally got some volume today. I think we had 20 million in volume. It actually ended up being inflows into XRP, and you're seeing that reflected in the price now. The reason that we haven't seen that up to this point is the majority of trades for the ETFs and the aggregation of that XRP to back those ETFs has been through OTC desk and dark pools. OTC desk and dark pools happen off market. Those trades do not register on the exchange. They're not volume.